Welcome back to DMOP Garage. We're back on the Kira Bug. In the last episode we were doing the headlining. Matt's back again. He's getting his gear ready, and in this episode we are going to finish off that up there, which is the headlining, so it'll be all nice and pretty, and then we can start putting in glass and other paraphernalia. So we will start getting set up and continue with the build. So what we're doing, we are going to remove this factory headlining, and Matt's going to do it just basically to make sure that the bows are in the right orientation, because they're different lengths. So we need to make sure. We're going to chop this one out and have a bit of a look at it, and then we can go from there. So how many years of thing has this been sitting up there? Quite a while. And I suppose these bows will be good to keep, won't they?
Yes.
For something. I have got brand new ones for my for the oval.
And once we get them out and we number them,
yep,
we'll know exactly.
I mean, even are these things worth keeping? These? Or not? Probably not.
I reckon I wouldn't throw them away, because the aftermarket ones you get are rubbish.
They are, aren't they? Yeah, they don't. They definitely don't stack up to the moderns, to the old stuff. That's for sure. And that's, you can see how they've just gone and glued that straight on. No padding underneath it. I suppose they didn't really need it, did they?
No, you at least find out how the hell they did it.
Yeah, true. So I can see a bow in there already. Oh, there you go.
Put the knife down before I cut myself.
And they've only got underneath just that, a couple of patches of felt, so they haven't actually gone.
No.
Yeah, I suppose again saving cost.
Yes.
Voila, one headlining. All right, we'll take this over and have a look at it. Numbering system.
Yes.
Now these ones, some of them are missing their little nobular structures on the end. Is that just so that it's not scratching the inside of the metal, those little nylon?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, that's what we think.
Yeah.
We weren't sure of the original.
Why they put them on. Or I wonder if it could, no, because they're under tension, they wouldn't vibrate and cause a tick, tick, tick noise while you're driving. I thought that, but no, they'd be under tension, so. So we do have the bows over here, by the way, fellas, because people are thinking, why are you getting the ones out of there? So these are the original ones that came out of the car. So, but we just wanted to do it on these ones. And there's probably better condition, actually, these ones.
So the reason we're doing this is people take the bows out, take the headlining out, and take the bows out, and they go, oh, we'll help the motor trimmer by taking them out, but these are all different lengths.
Yeah.
And then once you do that,
yeah, that's it.
The motor trimmer has to figure out which one goes where, and it costs you about another hour of mucking around.
Yeah.
So you just do, while it's original, if my pen will work, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and motor trimmers will nearly always number from the front backward.
But they can't go to 7 because they can only count to 6, right?
Wow.
Right, gotcha.
Nearly all the time there'll be a different length.
And that's just because you're following a curved
Yeah, and the car
roof.
gets wider towards the front or the back. So simple, but it saves anyone who's pulling it apart, and the trimmer comes to it later, it'll save you at least an hour of time from them trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
There you go, wise words. All right, so we've taped up, these were the ones that were in Kira's Bug, and they're a little bit on the bent side, so we're going to use these ones that we just took out of the wreck, and because they're nice and straight. So that's the plan, and we'll move forward.
Yeah? No.
So, interesting fact, the ones that we pulled out of the 68 are actually different to the 70. You can see by that much difference. So we are going to have to use the original ones. Very interesting. So they are slightly... I just wonder if the body... Well, I suppose it is a slightly different body shape, so they weren't the same. Oh, and that would catch you out too, wouldn't it? So we're sticking with the originals. This is the correct headlining. As you can see how it's put together. Has all the little stitchies, and the bows are all being put in. And this thing's ready to rock and roll, and it takes a while to get them manipulated and glued and heated up, and you got to swear at it in at least 4 languages, mainly German, but that's what happens. So anyway, I think everything in here is all prepared. Actually, that can come out so that you're not tripping over stuff. Yeah, good to go. Can you put too much glue on or not?
Yes,
you
yes,
can.
Yes, it can become too wet and then it won't stick.
Oh, interesting. So it's got to be the right amount.
Yeah.
And then obviously not enough won't stick either.
Or it gets too dry.
Yeah.
And that's the patents of gluing paddle that you cut out of the cardboard box.
I love it.
To stop glue going everywhere.
Yes, we don't want to sniff too much of it, otherwise you'll end up like Cheech and Chong.
A few moments later.
Ah yes, of course, we have to match the areas that we had stopped in. Oh, okay, so you do those as well. I thought they
Just a little bit, just on that very, very edge.
edge, okay.
And not a lot either.
No, because I suppose the clamps do the trick there, don't they?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and then across the windscreen, windshield, as some people say.
And there's always going to be a little bit of glue go here and there.
Oh, of course.
A bit of prep salt, no drama.
Yeah, it does take it off really easily, doesn't it?
Yeah, but the longer you leave the glue on the car, harder it gets to get off.
Right.
So,
As soon as the job's finished, get into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a wattle bird for the non-Australians outside. There's all kinds of wildlife around this area. You'll get the kookaburras and the Indian miners and the crows and the magpies. I didn't realise magpies are only Australian.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's right.
I had a friend that was going, what the hell's that creature? I said, Maggie! It's a Maggie!
They're swooping bastards, eh?
Yeah, aren't they? Right about this time of the year too.
Yes.
And they're not happy campers. We've got a family of Maggies at our house and they demand food every morning.
Oh, yeah.
So go and get your own bloody food. Go and find your own food. Nah, you
start
feed me.
feeding them. Oh,
Yeah, it's all over.
hey.
But of course, Bonnie does not like them at all. There's war there. Golden retrievers and birds do not get along. Very rarely, anyway.
Apparently you can teach, if you get magpies really young, you can teach them to talk really well.
Yeah, right. There you go.
So I've been told.
Huh. All right, we're doing some... Ah, yes, of course, this section here.
It seemed that Volkswagen actually glued it right up to here.
Yes.
From that car we just stripped the headlining out earlier.
Yep.
Well, we're just going to glue it into the windscreen jam here.
Is that just so that you can... It's not so difficult to manipulate the vinyl if you've got glue further up, it's harder?
No, it's easier. But what happens is if you glue further up to here, if you go past here, the headline will come around and go in, and then it'll have like an indentation. So you've got to be really careful not to do that.
Ah, right.
All sorts of little things like that.
Yeah, this is the tricks of the trade. All right, so that is the magpie for the there's a few magpies over here. This is a family. So these birds here are very smart. They're like crows or ravens, and they'll come and get Well, he's taken off. He doesn't like me. Anyway. Okay, so Matt's got the headlining here, and he's going to pop it into the bug, starting at the back of the back window. There's a little cardboard section which is stitched to the vinyl of the headlining, and he's going to shove that into its little crevice, and that's going to lock in. And then once he's got that locked in, then he can actually move forward, starting to put all the bows into their orientations in the channel. And then once they're in, then we can see the finished product. And of course, then the sides get glued on. You use a lot of heat with the heat gun on the vinyl to stretch it and to be able to manipulate it. So we'll see what happens now. All right, so the next stage, as you can see here, what we've done is it's the little cardboard section that's stitched to the rear gets tucked into that gap there, and then of course you lay the bows in, and then we now need to heat it up and pull it forward, and then pull the edges around and go from that. But that's sort of the raw form to start with, and then all the fine tuning happens now. How weird. Is there any material that won't do this? Oh, like, I mean, if it's vinyl. That's crazy.
And you don't actually do it to where the actual wrinkle is. You go away from it because it's drawing it to it.
Ah, right.
So you don't actually, fill my eyes in now.
Yeah, dude, you can't stare at it for too long, eh? It just freaking winks me out. And it pulls it away from it.
Yeah, it pulls it like that.
Yeah, well, I suppose
I think that's pretty good, isn't it?
Hey?
That's pretty good.
I can see one
there,
right here, straight through there. All the others are gone. And it's only because I'm looking in the shadows, I'm not looking directly at it.
Is that gone without heating it, without blowing it?
No, it's still there a little bit. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. Gone. Yeah. There you go, people. So you can actually see the use of heat, and I suppose it's cool and heat, isn't it?
Yes, hot and cold.
Hot and cold. Okay, so Maddie has left the house, and as you can see, we've got a headlining in, There's obviously more work to do. We did also get the side windows in. They're just in temporarily hold the headlining while we get the windscreen in. These things will be painted in a white vinyl paint, so we'll get those painted, take them back off and obviously paint them. Same with those guys, we've got new ones of those coming, but yeah, the headlining came out pretty nice. He's got a little bit of fine tuning still to go, and of course these are in, and you know how much fun these things are to put in. And that's what I'm working on right now out here. These little trim that go inside the little rubber groove is an absolute bummer to put in. They just take time. You've got to manipulate with your finger and try and slot them in, and not a lot of fun. I won't even bore you with trying to put these things in because they're just torture. So we'll get them in, we'll get this back glass in. One more thing ticked off, then we can get the glazier guy to come and put the windscreen in. We'll continue. It's getting late in the day now, so I'll probably call it soon for today's work, but we'll get the doors mounted, get the glass in. Matty's going to do the seats in a couple of weeks' time, and he's also going to make us some custom carpet for this thing too. So yeah, she's all happening. Oh, the other thing I did put on today was the aerial. So we now no longer have a hole here, which is good. And one more thing done. So yeah, let's keep moving on this rear window. 2 days later, we have back window in, door on. We're just working out this gap here, and I think that's actually pretty good. We could probably shim it back a tiny bit maybe, but I think that looks all right. Very good. And it looks like there's, I don't know what he's doing over there. He's doing something.
I found parts of another combi in my car.
Yeah.
Where the hell they came from.
Let's see if any of the keen viewers can guess what this project. Yeah, what's in the box? Because
Door number 1, door number 2.
there's all this is part of another project coming here. Can anyone guess what it is? Probably not. Oh, now that could potentially, yeah, that could, yeah, I don't know. Here we go. There's another one. Maybe not. See if anyone knows. All right.
Something wrong with it.
This is a big nut right there. There's another big nut right there. But we'll let him stay to his devices. Right. Going to put another door on. Let's get going. Okay, guys, we're on to fitting out the doors. So we've already put the door handle mechanism in and the window mechanism regulator. And now we're just putting in our V-whip rubber and good quality stuff. So we'll just start feeding that around. Okay, we'll give that a test. Don't expect it to shut very good, but let's have a look. Not bad. That's normal that sort of sits like that. Cool, on to the other one. Okay, a bit more progress. We have the quarter window in. We've just got to clean up a bit of that orange there. Got the glass in, got the winding mechanism working, nice and smooth. We've just got to add a few more bits and pieces to it, but it is in. And we've got one more door to do. Oven boys cheering in the background there. Yeah, we've got this one to do. We've still got to put the winder in that one. But it is getting late and I need to have chocolate donuts. All right, guys, thanks for dropping in, and we'll see you in another episode, and you'll see him at some point doing more engine builds. Maybe.
After we blow all the other ones up.
After we blow the other ones up. Right.